All right, today I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite wintertime activities, and it's finally gotten chilly enough that we can really do this. So when you're splitting wood, you're really exploiting the strengths and weaknesses of the wood. So in this direction, that wood is really strong, but in this direction, it's weak. So when we split down the grain, and that comes apart easily, especially if the grain is straight and nice like that. But when you get into a crotch, that is where two branches come apart, or in this case more, then it becomes more difficult. And today I'm using some heavier equipment than I normally use because I'm splitting up some more rather challenging things. And this one I thought was two branches, but when I finally got it to pop apart, and you can see that just, did a lot of fragmentation before I got to the part where it actually came apart. And lo and behold, there's three branches in there, all splitting out in that one section. That makes it really tough. So I brought out my 16-pound sledgehammer and my splitting maul, and this wood is some of that sycamore that has been cut down recently, and it was so wet that when I tried to split it, when I first cut it, I saw splashes coming out of the wood, and you can see some of it's got some grain to it. And even this piece right here, which I thought was quite, plain Jane to begin with, actually has some hidden things in there. And that's one of the things that's kind of tricky about splitting sycamore, is that they grow up and hide a lot of their interesting characteristics. So this one has two knots that I can see at the top, one here and one here. That one I'm hoping starts pretty close to this point. It's not going to be a problem. But when I get to splitting this, splitting off the edge is pretty easy, but splitting into sections like that is quite hard. One of the things I did is I made them all lay down so they're not, the end grain is not to the wood, to the ground. Let me split this hunk off here. And this piece is going to come off a little harder. I can tell that already. All right, and you can see from the looks of that, it looks pretty decent. But inside here, it was hiding this little knot. So when I split that piece off, it came off way harder than it should have. So I knew there was something in there that I was going to have to deal with. Should pop off. Yeah. So another hidden branch in the middle of that wood that can make things interesting. All right, so now I'm coming up to where this little knot is here, and I think I'm going to turn it upside down to hopefully get that splitting before it comes to that knot. Well, that was easy. You just never know what it's going to be like in the end. That was nothing. But some of those hidden ones, they were challenging. You can never tell. But one of the keys is to get a nice cool day. You know, I like single digits and no wind the best, but we'll take what we can get. Thanks for watching. Hey, like and subscribe.